Okay, now in this video I am going to talk about the linear function again one more time, and we see the graph of these linear functions and how it variate and how we can apply the vertical line test to check either the function is it's going to be a function or not. So let's start. Already we have studied about the standard form of the linear function, and that is we can write f of x. Okay, linear function standard form is f of x is equals to ax plus b, where a and b are real numbers, where a and b are real numbers. Okay, and instead of, like, suppose we assume y in place of fx, you can see y. Like for example, if I write why this is linear, because here the variable x is involved and x highest power is 1, so that's a linear function, and it's a linear function. Okay, for example, suppose if I write y plus x equals to 2. Okay, now to represent it y in terms of x, to represent as in this form, what I needed x should be shifted to this side. So I'm going to shift x to that side. What I need to do, I need to subtract x from both sides. So this is subtracted, this is 2 minus x. Okay, this is called y written in terms of x, because y I have represented in terms of x. So that becomes the function of x, because the ultimate function is going to be in terms of x, so that we can write f of x. Okay, so this I have represented this part in linear function form. Okay, this becomes now linear function. Okay, now I need to check. We see the graph of this function, the pattern of the graph of linear function. Linear function graph is always a straight line, either could be this, that. Okay, it depends all how it is going to be. B part is 0, how the function is going to be. So but the linear function graph always be a straight line. So we check for this graph. I'm going to plot the graph for this. Okay, so we need the table, we need some values to be calculated to plot. Okay, so this is, I am going to take we plug in over here x value and calculate the value for y. So I am going to write x and y, and take any values from your end which is easy to do the calculation. Okay, so it's all up to you. Okay, so I am going to take 0 and 1, I am going to take -1, and 1 I am going to take +1. So, okay, when you plug in over here 0, y equals to function is 2 minus x. When you plug in at the place of x 0, then it is going to be 2 minus 0 equals to 2. So y value is 2. When you plug in at the x place 1, y equals to 2 minus x. When you plug in 1, 2 minus 1 is going to be 1. Okay, y equals to 2 minus x. Now I am going to plug in x place -1. When you plug in -1, negative, so negative times negative will become positive. So 2 plus 1, it is going to be 3. Okay, so now I have calculated the values. Now I am going to plot the graph. Roughly graph I am going to plot it over here before you, so you can visualize. Okay, now here x values we need negative, x values we need -1, 0 and 1. So I am going to mark, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is -1, -2. Okay, I have marked on the x-axis. Now y values maximum is variation is from 1 to 3, so I need all the positives. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Now I need to mark the coordinate. This is -1, 3, this is 0, 2, and this is 1, 1. Okay, so I am going to mark first 0, 2. Where is going to be 0, 2? X value is 0, means on this x0, and y2. So this is x0, because so in parallel to this is going to be the point 0, 2 I have marked. Okay, now I need to mark 1, 1. So the x value is 1, and parallel to y we need to 1. So this is going to be the point 1 comma 1. Now I need to mark negative 1 comma 3, negative 1 comma 3. So negative 1 is over here and 3 is this. So parallel to this I draw and parallel to this I draw. So both are intersecting over here in this point. So this is going to be the point negative 1 comma 3. Now I need to draw a line with the help of a scale. Right now I don't have a scale with me. So I am going to join these three lines, a line which is passing from these three lines. You can see this is a straight line. Could you see the straight line? Okay, this is the straight line. So linear equation, whenever it is a linear equation graph is going to be always a straight line. Okay, now I need to apply over here either this is a function or not function. We already know linear is a function. Okay, always linear function. Whenever you see the graph of a straight line, it is always going to be a function, but still you need to check out with the help of vertical line test. So in vertical line test, I'll take it again, this graph on the new page, so I can explain you the vertical line test more clearly. Okay, so vertical line test I'm going to talk about it over here. Vertical line test. Okay, so this is your y-axis, this is your x-axis, and the graph we got like this. Got it? Okay, now I need to check it. This graph is given only for the equation by seeing. Now you have come to know that this is going to be the graph of linear equation, correct? Because this is a straight line, and a straight line always represent the graph for the linear equation. So this is the graph for linear equation. We already know it is a function already, because linear equation always represent a function. Okay, now still suppose we don't have idea and the question has come, this graph is given and you need to check out either it is a function or not. So what I need to do, I need to draw a vertical line, or you can take like vertical line. I need to take like this is line, and this line I need to move in this direction and in this direction. Okay, so when you move this line over here, I am going to draw a lines parallel to this. So you can this vertical line, this y-axis, this y line I have shifted over here. This, okay, I am moving. Okay, this line I have shifted over here. Then this line moving here. Okay, this line keep moving on this. Okay, in this direction, and the same over here. Okay, now what is the function condition? Function, when could be a function? Function if for each x value it gives the y value, correct? For each x, this is the line which contain the x values. So when you move this line from every x point, when you will be variating this line from this end to this end, this will be moving from each fractional part on the x-axis, correct? Okay, suppose over here this is the x value. We don't know right now because scaling I have not done, but for any point, suppose I have considered over here this is the 1 point. On this 1, if you go move parallel to this and come parallel to y, this is representing y value. So y, suppose over here is like 2. Okay, on x1 y value is what? 2. So on every x it is returning some value. Okay, similarly when you move to this next point, parallel to this you draw line, and parallel to y you draw, you will get the coordinate. You will be getting coordinates. So for every x it is returning only y value. Getting or not? For every x, if it is returning, means this is going to be x 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, and for every x it is returning, suppose like over here on 1 it has given 2, on 2 it has given like 4, whatever, we don't know the function actually. So on 1 it is returning 2, on 2 it is returning 3, like. Okay, so on every x it is returning one value of y, and every x is getting related. Every x is returning some value. Okay, if every x is returning some value, one value only, then it is going to be a function, correct? It is going to be a function. On any x, the y is not returning two values. If it returns two value on the same point on x-axis, then it is not going to be a function. By function property we know, and already I have explained in the last video. over here on every x, when you rotate this line on every x when you will be rotating on every x, it is returning the y value. If it returns y value, only one y value, then it is going to be a function. So this way you need to check when the graph is given, and you need to check it is going to be a function or not. By otherwise directly you can say, instead of applying the vertical line test, you can say, because this is a straight line, and a straight line is a graph of linear function, and linear function, it is always function for, because on every x it returns a y value, corresponding by one value. Okay, thank you. We see more example in the next video.